Hello, my name is Bill Swartz. I'm the facility manager of the Brazeau TRD here at Tervita. It's my pleasure to take you on a video tour of our facility. The facility is located 250 kilometers south and west of Edmonton and about 50 kilometers southwest of Drayton Valley, Alberta. Our primary role is to provide the local oil and gas producers multiple services with respect to a safe and environmentally responsible oil and gas production. As one of Tervita's core values, we care about our environment and we offer our customers a safe and responsible disposal option of their waste. This is a full-service TRD with oil processing and pipeline connection, water treatment and disposal, and waste processing equipment to treat and dispose of waste in an environmentally sound and safe manner. The Brazeau facility has a few competitive advantages to our competition in the area. One, the Brazeau facility offers high-pressure steam which is used by customers to clean out and flush trucks, as well as remove H2S from vessels. This allows customers to confidently haul other product without cross-contamination, as well as give access to tanks for maintenance safely. Another competitive advantage is a connection to the Pembina pipeline, which allows us to ship and treat up to 600 cubes of oil per day. In light of the recent economic downturn and COVID-related economic conditions, the facility remains profitable with a September year-to-date revenue of $2.8 million and an EBITDA of $1.4 million, or 26%. Our financial performance is directly aligned with our company value, we are proud. We are proud of the work we are doing here with the greater oil and gas community and proud of the relationships we've built with our customers. Safety is a top priority at Tervita and aligns with our company value, we care. We care about the people that work for Tervita and anyone who comes onto our site. Because of the nature of our business, there are hazards associated with our operations. Tervita strives to manage these hazards with our safety management system, which helps to reduce the potential for hazards to become incidents. One example of our management system is our safety board. This board is a communication pathway which allows workers to read and review hazard identification and corrective actions, safety bulletins and alerts, incident learnings, safety meetings and discussions. Another aspect of the safety management system is the pre-shift meeting. When operators come onto site and start their shift, they will participate in a pre-shift safety meeting before the work starts. It is in this meeting where information is exchanged between those going off shift and those coming on to create awareness of potential hazards that may encounter during the shift. Throughout the day, as hazards arise, they can be documented into our safety tracking system and controls can be implemented in a timely fashion to ensure they are addressed before becoming an incident. Incidents and near misses are also tracked within the system, and alerts and learnings are sent out to the entire division to create awareness to other sites to prevent similar potential incidents elsewhere. During the shift, operators will complete a field-level hazard assessment as a part of a stop and think moment to create and engage focus. Another aspect of our safety management system is the contractor management program. Being as busy as we are, we need to ensure that our contractors are as serious about safety as we are. Tervita will only employ contractors who meet our stringent safety standards. Only contractors who have connected with Tervita and are good standing will be permitted on our sites to perform work for us. Tervita employs an insurance process to follow up with them while performing work on our site. Again, our safety management process is directly aligned to the company value, we care. Next, I would like to show you how the customer offloads products at our site. COVID protocols are in place to ensure we have a safe method of receiving loads and paperwork from customers. For oil and emulsion loads, drivers will arrive on site and check in with an operator. Once checked in and signed in, they will be directed to an appropriate riser for offload. The operators will log the load into the TUS panel with all the required information, including the producer, well location, trucking company, and driver. Once that's done, the driver may unload. While offloading, the fluid is passed through a micromotion meter and is sampled several hundred times per second for water content, temperature, and density. If the oil is dry, meaning there's no water, the oil is offloaded directly into our shipping tanks. From there, it can be shipped directly down the Pembina pipeline with no treating required. Oil arrives at different densities, meaning some loads can be as thick as the oil in your car, or very light like gasoline. The pipeline sets a target for the density to be shipped. To send the oil down the pipeline, the operators will blend the oil to that density by mixing heavy and light oil. A blending pump is utilized to automatically blend the oil to the desired density. This is the Pembina pipeline connection where the oil is pumped down the line and eventually delivered to refineries in Edmonton to be turned into hydrocarbon products such as gasoline, propane, butane, and others. When a load is wet, meaning it has water in it, it cannot be shipped down the pipeline until the water has been removed. To treat this oil, the wet oil is offloaded into our treating tanks. Once in the tanks, the oil is heated to around 60 degrees Celsius. The oil will begin to float on top of the tank, and the water will sink to the bottom. The operator can then remove the oil and send directly to our shipping tanks, and send the water directly to our water tanks for disposal. Once the fluid is offloaded, the operator completes the transaction at the test panel. The data is automatically uploaded into the system for inventory and invoicing needs. The driver now signs out and leaves the facility. Produced water and wastewater is offloaded directly into the water tank farm for disposal. The water is tested to ensure it meets criteria for deep well disposal. Sometimes the water must be treated with a chemical prior to injection. Here, an operator is measuring the time it takes for the water to pour through a filter. It passes, and the tank may be injected down the well. The water is then pumped to our off-site injection well through our pipeline for disposal. Here, the pipeline leaves our site and takes the water to our injection well 5 kilometers away. Vacuum trucks will come into the facility hauling waste from generators in the area. This waste may be anything in the oil gas market such as drilling fluid, spill cleanup, or site cleanup. We also treat non-oil field waste such as hydrovac daylighting of utility lines and car wash waste. When the truck arrives at the facility, the drivers sign in at the office and are directed to the top pad. There, the trucks back in and offload into the waste tanks. All waste can be broken into 3 primary components: oil, water, and solids. It usually arrives in a slurry of mix of the 3 and needs to be treated down to their components. Given enough time, Mother Nature will try and split the waste all on her own. However, at the TRDs, we can speed this process up with heat, chemical, and mechanical separation. The waste is heated in tanks to allow for preliminary separation. The water is pumped over to the water facility, and the oil is sent to the oil tanks for shipping. The waste is now processed through our centrifuge. To prepare it for treatment, a chemical is added called flock. This flock is a sticky substance that forces all the small floating solids particles to stick to one another. As the solids continue to stick together, the solids get heavy and sink to the bottom. Here you can see the solids sink all the way to the bottom while leaving a clear liquid on the top. This flocked fluid is now pumped through a rotating centrifuge. The centrifugal force pushes the heavy solids to the outside of the bowl, and the liquid is dropped into a tank below. Again, the water will be sent to the water facility for disposal, and the oil is pumped to the oil tanks for shipping. The solids on the bowl are scraped off, dropping into the solids auger. The auger then moves the solids to the outside onto the solids pad. The solids are collected and stacked on the pad. During investigations of several pad fires, it was determined that the metal blades scraping on the solids pad concrete possibly was creating a spark to start a fire. An action item resulting from the investigation is that all TRDs move to a rubberized cutting edge on the loaders to avoid possible fires in the future. That concludes our tour of the Brazeau TRD. Recently passing 1500 DWRI, that's days worked without injury, shows the commitment of the staff here and the dedication to our core values. We care, we are proud, and we are one. I hope you enjoyed the tour of Brazeau, and we look forward to servicing the industry and community for many years to come.